Okay, great. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out and hopping onto the Zoom. It seems like, I mean, just like lightning fast, and so I'll blame that on Mr. Fast Feet. I wasn't necessarily looking for anything. I'm just going to get right to it really fast. I spoke to a couple of you guys. I sent you a couple of text messages, stuff like that. Everybody that's here is somebody that I know, love, and trust. And so I wasn't looking at anything for, anything. Our insurance business is doing really well. Most people that know me know that we're doing really well with insurance. It took us quite a while, and kind of like hung our hat up, in the network marketing ring, simply just because the broken promises and all this stuff, and it's we all know it, right? We all know it, and so I get it, and I respect it. I have a couple of people like, "Hey, Willie, I can't do it," and I say, "Hey, I respect that. I'm not mad at you. You know what I mean? But just at least try a patch. Like that's it. And so I just Jerry reached out to me. Jerry Fonten has reached out to me, said, "Hey, check out the patch." He was showing me what he was doing with a couple of guys. I don't know. I think he signed me up for a tournament, Rico. So I don't know what's going on, but apparently I might be competing in like a beginners tournament or something. He sent me the patch and I was like, "Do you want me to compete? Like, is what's going on?" So he said yes. I don't really know. And then I looked at the patches. He asked me to order the patches. I said, "Yeah, of course." And I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Is this a direct sales company?" He said, "Yeah." And then just out of curiosity, I'm looking at the comp plan. I was like, "Well, which pack should I come at? If I'm going to come in and it makes sense, of course I want to tell everybody. Why wouldn't I, right?" So I got network marketing in my blood. So then he said, "I don't really know the comp plan." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me, bro." So I said, "Who's your upline?" And then went to Stephen White. And then I found out that Nina Mora. I was like, "Nina?" I was like, "Oh, get me on the phone with Nina quick." And then I texted Peter Jensen. I said really quickly, because I know Nina. We've worked together before. Great energy, great person, straight, real straight. I love her style. Very similar to my wife, just very similar, right? So I asked PJ. I said, "Hey, PJ, tell me a little bit more about Nina that I don't know." He said, solid person. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I was like, "Cool." And PJ has told me before, like, stay away. So I know he'll tell me, stay away, whatever. So boom. So I got on the phone with Nina, made sense, talked to her, found out what was going on with the company. Nina just shoot me straight what's going on. She's got a beautiful heart. She really cares about people. It's obvious when once you talk to her, 5 minutes into the conversation, you can tell she's sincere. She loves people. She likes to help people, and that's how she got into the company. That's what she told me. I'll let her tell you that. But I got in because it just made sense. I saw the patch. I understood the science. I understand that the brain, talks to the body and has say over the body. That a lot of times that people allow the mind to be the slave of the body. Instead, it's supposed to be the master. And so this has a way. This technology talks to the brain, lets the body know, look, I'm in control, and I just got a text message that we need to fix this. Whatever. That's just my layman's term of kind of understanding it. And I get that. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I did more research, just looking. But after I talked to Nina and knowing her credibility, I was like, "Nina, we good?" She's like, "We're good." I'm like, "All right, good." So if I'm gonna do it, let's get a few people positioned, and let's rock and roll. She was gracious enough to send me a couple of patches because she doesn't live too far from me. I'm very grateful for that. I tried it last night. Both my wife and I, we've been complaining, her with her neck, me with my back. I know it's recording. Jerry, we're gonna have to cut this out, but my wife's in her 50s because she don't like that publicized. But I'm in my 50s, in my late 50s, and it's just part of life. But last night we both woke, we put the patches on, we went to sleep, we woke up in the morning, we're like, "You good?" We're like, "No pain, no pain at nighttime." Like, we slept good, Immediately. That's why I called my brother Rico Nieva. I was like, "Dude, you got it," because I know he struggles with pain. So we did that, and then this morning we both went to work out this morning, and we put boost, victory, and liberty. I wanted to test it. And Rico, I was pressing more than, like I was pressing like I was a teenager, right? I was pressing hard. I went longer. I lifted heavier. My endurance was longer, and I was like, "All right, I'm done. All right, let's go." "Nina, what time is the Zoom?" Like, that's it. Let's go. So some of you guys I invited today. Some people I invited 10 minutes ago. right? And so some of the people will come on, some people just have to catch the recording. So I'm excited. I'm here because Jerry, I trust him, number one. Nina confirmed everything was legit. Steven's been very supportive, and now I understand we got Mr. Jonathan Bryant here with us to kind of like go a little deeper. So, that might be a little more than what you might have expected, Nina. I'm not really sure, but I just want to thank everybody for being here. I love, and everybody that knows me, I love helping people. I feel we have a responsibility. It's a stewardship, as far as God is concerned. Like, how could I not? If I have something that I believe can help somebody else, I have a responsibility. And so the good news for us that are entrepreneurs and leaders is that there's an amazing compensation plan associated with it, and we're in at the beginning. So that's basically why we're here. So Nina, thank you. I'm excited. I'm grateful. That you're going to be supporting us. And I'll turn it over to you. Thank you.
Well, so awesome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome, Willie and family, right? Jerry and Steven, and then to my business partner, mentor, and friend, Mr. Jonathan Bryan. I am excited to be here with you all. And when I saw that we were getting ready to get Willie on the phone, I said, what? Let's do it right now. Because we had an incredible run together in a company called Direct Sellers, and they had a product that I did not even consume, and I became the number one income earner of that company. And so we did some very, very incredible things together. But nothing compares to what's happening right now. And so I will give you a little bit of my history as to why I am even here in Super Patch. Just like Willie wasn't looking for anything, neither was I. And when I got that phone call to look at a video, I said, absolutely not. I am not doing that. I am done with network marketing. I had some great runs. Every company I've gone to, I've gone to the top of the comp plan. So I was tired. I was tired of products being on back order. If you don't have products in stock, you just don't have a business. And I just really got tired of that. Every couple of months we were running a new campaign as a team, trying to keep momentum and energy going. And I'm 53 at this point in my life. I just don't want to work that hard, right? And I'm a hard worker, but when you're creating different marketing systems over and over and over again every couple of months, that becomes very frustrating, and you can never really get your momentum going the way that we knew we normally could. And so I kind of bowed out gracefully. I was just retailing the products on the side and building my own speaking brand, which I'm grateful for network marketing because it opened the doors for that. So when Stanisha Graham, who is a multi seven-figure income earner, a lot younger than all of us, but she's a visionary. She's a pure visionary, and she puts systems and strategies together. She's normally not a product person. I'm the product girl, and Stanisha is the money girl. Now I like my money. Don't get me wrong. I like nice things. I'm just saying I am more driven by how do we move the product versus just the comp plan. All right. So when she kept calling me about the product, I had to start getting a little bit intrigued because this is a person that doesn't like products at all. And so I did fly to Canada to meet the owner because I said, I got to do this a little bit differently. This time I want to know why. Why is this product on the market? Where did it even come from? So I flew to Canada. I had the stability test done that day, y'all. I was not impressed. Like I said, okay, I've seen these tests before. But I went home with a pocketbook full of patches. And as I was sitting in the airport that afternoon or that evening, I popped on Facebook and I saw a friend of mine that was crying. Now, she was on Facebook crying. She has two sets of twin boys. Her oldest set of twin boys are now 9 years old. Her youngest set of twin boys are 2 years old. Her two 9-year-old boys, they were 8 at the time. They are level 3 autistic, ADHD, IDD, nonverbal. One of them, Jonathan, and had gotten to a point where he was not sleeping at night. He became aggressive. So he started to have aggressive behaviors. The day before, when Ashley was on Facebook crying, the night before, he had cut his head open. They had to take him to the ER, and the ER doctors had given him adult seizure medication. So the day that she's on Facebook crying is because it's the day after, and Jonathan is now coming down off of those meds, and he was worse. His behavior was worse than the day before. So I'm watching this play out on Facebook. As soon as she got off of the Facebook Live, I called her and I said, Ashley, I see that you're crying about not wanting to give your kids medication, about not wanting to, have them walking around like zombies. I said, I got a pocketbook full of patches. And I did. I said, I got a pocketbook full of patches, but I don't even know if they work. I said, can I send you some? All I knew was they don't have any ingredients. They don't have any medication, so there's no side effects. Can I send you some? Just like what we did for Willie, we overnighted her some patches, and I didn't even understand all of the patches at the time. But thankfully, there was a form that we have in a marketing app called the Boards app. I looked at this form right here, and all I did was read what each patch did, and I sent her the four, and all of you will have access to all of this, so don't worry, right? Willie already has a copy of it as well. This was my lifesaver. I just went through what the patches did and sent her the four that I felt would best benefit her sons. I sent her peace, joy, focus, and REM. He wasn't sleeping. She FaceTimed me the morning after she got the patches, after putting them on her sons. Her son sleeps through the night. Let's go every day from that point on. They're cutting their paper at their desk, starting to color. They were letting their mom hug and touch them. If you know anything about autistic children, they don't allow you to touch or hug them. They have started to speak. They are off all medications. It's notated in their documents with their doctors that they are no longer on any medications. They're only using these non-medicated patches that the mother found. It is in their records. They're even starting to speak now. So after sending Ashley those patches, Paul and I started sending out all the patches that we had. We made little sample packs and broke the packs down and started sending them to people. Anybody was in a walker, using a walker. Anybody using a cane. People in wheelchairs. We just wanted to see, well, what is this product gonna do for people? I even started meeting up with people that had speech impediments, not because I thought the patches would help with their speech impediments, but I patched them for their stability and pain, and the next thing we know, the stuttering went away. I'm here to tell you that after I started to see all of the results from the patches and people started begging me for the patches, I had to join. Because within my first 7 to 10 days, I was getting massive demands for these patches. And so I didn't understand the science of it. No, I didn't. I'm going to share a 5-minute video with you shortly. I'm going to say to you that we've got a patch. I'll go over every single patch for us as soon as we watch this 5-minute video. I never explain the VTT technology to anybody. I tell them I am not a doctor. Here's what I understand. I understand that if you take your hand and you put it on a hot stove, your brain sends a signal to your fingers and it tells your hand to move. That is what I understood, right? And I understood that when I put a patch on myself, immediately I felt calm. Or immediately when I put the rim and the piece on together, I had the best sleep of my life. I wear Boost, and because I'm wearing the Boost patch, I rarely drink coffee. If I drink coffee, it's not for any caffeine. If I drink coffee, it is because I'm also a speaker on virtual conferences and in-person conferences, and oftentimes I'm just warming my throat up with the warmth of the water. I'm not craving coffee anymore. So we'll talk a little bit more about these patches. What I'm going to tell you is that because I can't unsee what I've seen, and I can't unhear what I hear, and now I can't unknow what I know. Network marketing went out the window, and my humanitarian side stepped in. Now, it just so happens that because I'm in ministry, that I am now able to do ministry and business all at one shot. I am not having to separate what I do. And I love the fact that now, as a person who cares about people, I get paid to care about people and to make them feel better physically, emotionally, mentally. I mean, we've got marriages that are salvaging because of the rocket patch, because of the ignite patch, because of the boost patch. Men who have erectile dysfunction, and although we don't make any medical claims, I'm just giving you testimonies. Men who had trouble because they have high blood pressure and had erectile dysfunction are using the rocket patch, the defend patch, and they're using boost, and their life is changing. And so what if I started to think about all of the people that I know, which in my 50s now, they may not look as good as me, right? But in my 50s now, I know way too many more people that need these patches than not. And all of us that are on here could agree. We all know somebody that wants to burn an extra 500 calories. We all know somebody that's in pain. We all know somebody that's having trouble walking. We all know somebody that can't sleep. We all know somebody that's got some anxiety. I believe every single one of us have a little bit of touch of something, right? I believe we all do. We all need the peace patch. And we all know somebody that has skin. And because we all know somebody that has something in those categories, this is why we're here. So what I would love to do is I would like to play the 5-minute video right now that will explain the technology, why and how these patches work. I will tell you before I bring the video on that Jay Dollywall, our CEO, spent 17 years and $40 million of his own money in research and development. Right? His mom was diagnosed with MS in 1983. And after 20 years of letting the doctors practice on her, he took her health into his own hands. And that's when the Liberty Patch was birthed. So before we talk about the patches, I'll play this 5-minute video. Let me share it. And then we'll come right back and we will talk more about Super Patch. 1 second.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet. Bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, The Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each super patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the US economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM super patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
All right, awesome. So we have 13 different kinds of patches with more to come. And I'm sure that when our national vice president, VP comes up, he will explain some of what's to come. We want you to know that our patches are actually designed to wear together, right? And so we pair them together. And the reason why you can pair them together is because there are no side effects, no ingredients, no meds. What we really love is that all ages can wear the patches, from infant to seniors and all in between. And then what gets even better is this, that we don't have to change any formulations for any patches to go into any country because there are no ingredients. So the patches in the United States are the same patches that they get in Mexico, and they're the same patches that they get in the UK because there are no ingredients. I think that's very, very important to know. And so let's talk about the kinds of super patches that we have, and I will break down what the patches are, what they do, and then we also give you like a little cheat sheet once you're a part of the family that kind of shows you how we pair the patches together, what happens when you pair all the patches together, and you'll see we've got a lot of doctors on our team, a lot of nurses on our team, a lot of therapists on our team. What happens is it just wakes the brain up. And so we ask people what the symptoms are, not what the diseases are, because we do not claim to cure or mitigate any diseases, but we do help with any of the symptoms that they have. So all of the journey began with the Liberty Patch. Liberty Patch is very similar to Victory. I'll explain the difference, right? And I'll give you the main 3 patches, and then we'll branch off from there. Liberty is the foundational patch. It's the patch that we believe everybody should wear. Liberty will give you more strength, more energy, more balance and stability, reduced inflammation, a better range of motion, faster recovery, and higher neurological homeostasis. Well, what does that mean? That means that it helps to put your body in total balance. While the victory patch, although very similar, and you can do stability tests with both of these patches. Victory is going to give you enhanced athletic performance, more power, more strength, more balance and stability, enhanced stamina while working out, especially, right? And or not, right? While working out and or not. You can pair victory with our rocket patch if you like to as well, right? And be what do you call it? Hulk Hogan in the bedroom as well, right? So stamina, more agility, enhanced neural function, reduced inflammation, better range of motion, enhanced neuropathy relief, and faster recovery. So you hear that there are some big differences between the two, but you can do stability test with both of them. All right. Then Freedom Patch. Freedom will offer you relief from minor aches and pains, muscles and joints from exercise, chores, or just daily activity. And this offers 24-hour relief. However, Freedom, if the pain level is 5 or lower, Freedom will probably work by itself. If someone has level 5 or higher pain, Freedom may not work by itself. So we always like to pair Freedom with Liberty and the Peace Patch. You're going to hear me talk a lot about the Peace Patch. I call this the peace that passes all understanding. This Peace Patch is the missing piece to a lot of people's issues, all right? Peace is going to help you manage and reduce stress, immediate calmness, but you also feel your nervous system, like you feel your entire body calm down. And I believe what happens when your body is calm, your nerves are calm. I believe that is why the rest of the patches really, really are amplified and work so much better. All right. And then, so we talked about these four. Then we've got, let me go by what's on the screen. Joy. Joy is exactly what it says. It's going to naturally help you feel joy, happiness, and optimism and give you a positive attitude. And then we've got our focus patch. Focus is going to give you an enhanced focus and attention, clarity, and enhanced memory. Now, for our people that are on the spectrum, people that have anxiety, maybe even grief, depression, we like for them to use joy, focus, and peace. All right? Joy, focus, and peace. And remember the combination I gave my girlfriend for her son? I added the REM to this combination. Also, for people on the spectrum, for children on the spectrum, we may even add our Kick It patch. Kick It is going to help you to overcome bad habits and fight cravings. So whatever the bad habits might be, it could be behavior, right? Not just that, if you're on a lot of pills, if a person has been on a lot of pills, they also are going to want to use the Kick It patch. But we have a metabolism booster pack that includes the Ignite, the Kick It, and what else? The Peace patch. Peace is going to help you to reduce your stress eating, while Ignite is going to burn up to an extra 500 calories at a resting state. And then Kick It, of course, is going to help you with cravings, fighting bad habits, and staying more focused when you are especially trying to keep your waistline smaller. All right? That's for those. So we said focus, joy, REM we talked about. Lumi, Defend, and Boost are the last couple of patches. Boost is on the next page. Lumi is your radiant and glowing complexion. So ditch the collagen and use the Lumi. A lot of us are using this patch. Even our 11-year-old daughter, when she gets that preteen acne, we put the Lumi patch on her and it clears her skin right up within a couple of days. All right. So Lumi is going to help from the inside out. Natural biophotonic activation. Lumi. Then we've got our Boost, let me say Defend first. This is one of my favorite patches, y'all. Defend and Peace happen to be my favorite two patches. Defend is going to give you greater immune support, enhanced blood flow, faster recovery, improved natural healing, and it helps you with your allergies. I live in Georgia. There's a lot of green, and I've got really bad allergies, so this really helps me. What I really love about this Defend patch is when I've got people that are struggling with walking, with mobility. I put the Defend patch on them because if they have trouble with mobility, they haven't been walking much. So this helps to get the blood flowing in their legs. If they had a stroke or they've got like some mild paralysis and things like that, I put the Defend patch on their arms, on their legs, wherever they've had their immobility, and we've seen some major things happening once we add the Defend patches to the regimen. All right. Then I mentioned Boost. Boost is going to give you that natural boost of energy without the crash, without the burn, pure energy, no crashing, no caffeine, and no sugar with this. And then our Rocket patch, which is back here in my shelf. I'm sorry, y'all. The Rocket patch. We can't forget Rocket. You're going to reclaim your energy, your stamina, and passion. Rocket patch is used in a way that you got to understand. The older you are, the longer it may take for you to feel a difference. The younger you are when you're wearing the patch, in your first couple of days, you're going to feel a difference with this. If you're over 50, it may take you 2 or 3 weeks. If you're over 60, it may take up to 3 weeks wearing this patch every single day for you to see a difference. But we've got women that's wearing this patch as well. And we assist people with all types of symptoms that they may have. And so what I want to do now is I want to take a hard turn where we can talk about the money, because I know a lot of you are saying, okay, all of this is cute. I see the videos, and maybe at the end, I may even come back after Jonathan talks about the comp plan and maybe show you a few testimonial videos of how this product is really working with a lot of the people. And the people you're going to see in the videos are people that we know, we've put patches on, or we know them personally, not people that we've just found on the internet, because we actually patched people and put the patches out into the marketplace from the end of March all the way up to the end of May before we really launched full steam ahead June the 1st. So I get the privilege and the honor of bringing a true servant leader who understands all that you need to know about this comp plan. But he doesn't just understand the comp plan, he understands money. He's a business man. And so although he loves to have fun and he loves helping people and all of that, at the end of the day, it's got to be right. The money's got to be right? He's a former CEO of a company, of his own company, but he owns multiple business. He and his wife, Amy, own multiple businesses. He's the first MVP, the first in the United States, and I believe, and we know he's going to be the first president in the United States when it comes to the comp plan. And that just means that he's got a team of, I don't know, almost out of over 15, 16,000 people. He'll tell you more about that. This is my friend, and he was a true angel when we got started here. We work hand in hand together, and we travel to spread the word about Super Patch and what Super Patch is doing for so many people. So give your attention to Jonathan Bryant. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Am. Appreciate it. Welcome. I mean, just of course, to see the excitement and energy of the people that Nina is locking arms with, as well as Steven and Willie and everybody. Your excitement is always what continues to motivate us to continue to do what we do, like getting on these Zooms, or like being up since 3 a.m. East Coast time, because I got on a flight from Dover, Delaware, from doing an event yesterday. Flew back in. Flight was delayed 5 hours. Just got home. So, but we're on a mission, and we have a vision to patch 1 million people, and we're going to do it. Period. Bottom line. Like Nina said, a quick little snippet about me, because it's not about me, it's about you guys. You're here for information, and I want to make sure that your tank is absolutely full, and so that you can get a little taste of the passion and excitement that we have and why we are doing this when we have all said, we're done doing this. We're burnt out, over it, done with it. I can't do it. Love the industry when it's done correctly. You know, it's great. I've seen lots of success, but that's how we all feel. Why? Because for most people, and if you've never done network marketing, then you may not ever have that experience, and I pray you don't. It's a lot. It's absolutely a lot, but just like anything that's worth having, it's a lot. So I've been in the industry for 17 years, full time network marketer. I owned my own network marketing company. We launched in 18 different countries, saw lots of success. But on top of that, my wife and I also have 5 traditional businesses. And my son at the time was 8 years old. And I was trading, right, this whole financial time freedom thing so that we can create our own schedules, but I was trading time for money and I was missing out on seeing my son growing up. So I left the industry. I took a hiatus and I said, I'm done. And I said I was never going to do this again. Fast forward to February of last year. My daughter had her baby. I'm a grandfather. I have 4 grandchildren, 2 more grandchildren on the way. 4 kiddos, 3 girls, and then my son. And I got sent super patches. You know, you may have even seen it online, whatever. A friend of mine sent it to me. She's been very successful in the industry. And I said, nope, no, thank you. She sent it to me in November of 2023. I put them in the cabinets. I didn't want anything to do with it. Done. February, daughter comes into my office, into this office, and says, Dad, I need the peace patch. I ran out. Like, what are you talking about, the peace patch? So my background was in the health and wellness industry, formulated supplements. I've competed in bodybuilding competitions. So ingredients, stimulants, supplements are my jam. That is my jam. So when she came in, like a lot of you that are hearing this for the first time, to know that my daughter is breastfeeding and she just had her baby and she's able to use a network marketing product, come on. That has never happened. Never happened. To have a product that is safe for pregnant and nursing women, that just immediately caught my attention. It's like, okay, that's cool. And then she was able to actually tell me that she has a journal where she was documenting before she was on the peace patch with her postpartum depression, because she was a first-time mother, all chemicals and everything else, hormones going crazy in her body. She's telling me that she has a journal of her mindset and what she was thinking and how she was feeling before the peace patch and after the peace patch. I could not deny that. I couldn't unsee that. I couldn't unhear that. I had to find out more. So got on the phone with Jay Dollyball, went to the North American launch. North America, ladies and gentlemen, that was US and Canada, in Dallas, Texas. In March of last year, there were 700 people in the room. Because I've been in the industry for a long time, I knew what the power of only having 700 people in the room meant for me. Right? North America, United States and Canada, and there's only 700 people in the room. It's like, all right, timing, momentum. We've heard it all. We've seen it all. You know, we've got that pitch. Get in now because of time. But I'm telling you, there's 30,000 associates in the U.S. 30,000, and over half of them are on our team. I never say my team because I wouldn't have a my if it wasn't for y'all. So half of the United States growth is us. So I launched the US market, saw lots of success. We've done some incredible things here. But the one thing that I want to talk about before I get into the comp plan and to the money is this. Why does this make sense? Why is this different than anything else that's out there? That is such a cliche saying. And I almost promise myself all the time that I'm not going to say, why is it different here? Oh, whatever. We have a different comp plan. We have a different. No. These products are globally protected in 186 countries. The intellectual property of these patches are globally protected in 186 countries. What does that mean? It is a felony offense and a $250,000 fine for someone to even try to imitate Super Patch. It's not going to be a Me Too product. You're not going to find this anywhere else. We are a standalone product. More importantly, the cost factor, less than $2 a day. More importantly, the same patch that I have on, that Willie had on, his wife has on, that Nina has on, is the same patch that I can put on my grandbaby, and I can have confidence and faith knowing that there's no contraindications, no side effects, and that that baby that is teething and has pain and a snotty nose, putting on a Defend and a pain patch is going to yield the same results that I am, and I'm not going to have to worry about that. That right there is absolutely rewarding. More importantly, the fact that we have 13 different patches means that there's 13 different elements that people suffer from that you can help. Every single one of you that are on here right now could use at least 3 or 4 patches. At least 3 or 4 patches. Everybody you come across can use at least 3 or 4 patches. And so the reason why that's so exciting is because after COVID, stay with me now, hear me out. After COVID, everyone became a lot more self conscious about what they were putting in their body because they were realizing, hey, I actually do have a say so. Hey, that probably or may have been, or it was a necessity, but now I need to be a little bit more self conscious about what I'm putting into my body. So, what is being shown is that the world was ready for a technology that could help people without any side effects, without any contraindications, and still yield the same results and not have to worry about side effects, taking a medication to combat the medication that you're currently on. So, with that being said, company in January 2023, $68 million in sales the first year. Last year did $112 million in sales. This year on track to do $250 million, and yet still nobody knows about us. We are currently legally, those of you that have been in the game for a little bit, hear that word, currently legally opened and registered and verified in 34 countries. Not NFR, not, just retail, actually legally open with offices doing business in 34 countries. All of the EU, Europe, UK, Germany, Switzerland, Turkey, US, Canada, Mexico, and Colombia is soon to come. So that is the exciting part of why I decided that I had to get here. There's nothing else like this. There's not going to be, and we're just getting started. So then the comp plan. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to talk numbers. Anybody like money? Put some dollar signs in the comments if you like money. I like money because it's a byproduct of your hard work, effort, and being a servant-driven leader in whatever aspect you do in life. Because I know that there's a nurse on here. I know that there's other people who do other things for a living. So it is a byproduct of being a servant in whatever capacity that looks like. And it always times out whenever I do this. Here we go. If it was a MacBook, I wouldn't have that issue. Now would I, Nina?
You sure wouldn't.
All right. Here's the cool thing about all this, just like what Miss Nina Moore said. When Nina joined and Stanisha joined, and I was after Stanisha for a year. If you have not met Stanisha and you don't know Stanisha, like Miss Nina said, she is a straight hustler. She is a servant-driven leader. She is a systems person. I am a systems person. Like, I am a very analytical numbers. Show me the money. Jerry Maguire, right? Show me the money. I want to know what it takes to get to the top of the comp plan. I need to know structure-wise what that looks like, and everything else I'm going to do. And I'm going to run, and I'm going to run hard. That's why I was afraid about coming back into the industry, because I know my work ethic and what I do and the time that it takes away. So that being said, when Nina and Sanisha came on board, the systems were already in place. So the boards app, like what she talked about, is already there for you. All the information you could possibly ever want or need to know is in this one-stop shop link, boards app, and it is updated almost daily with new information that comes out. So you never have to worry about, oh, I don't know where the comp plan video is that explains it. I don't know about this patch. I don't know about that. I don't know everything. The promotion that corporate wrote, everything is in this one-stop shop. And we also have the Linktree link that once you guys come on board, we'll share that with you. That has our testimony page on Facebook, our team page on Facebook. It has the onboarding training video, which is some of this information right here. So as soon as your new associates get started, boom, you send them that link. Say, hey, I need you to watch the onboarding training. I'm going to follow up with you, see if you have questions. They're able to hit the ground running. There's an actual roadmap to success. You can print out the entire structure of how you can structure your organization, fill in the little boxes. We have the lines and the boxes and the graphs. It is all done for you. It is streamlined. And that, I think, is probably Aside, no, okay, about 2% of why Nina hit the top of the comp plan so quickly, because 98% is her work ethic. She never stops. She always is always working. But the fact that she was able to come in and hit the ground running and not have to develop all of this for her team is a huge reason why she was able just to run and run quickly. So let's dive into the comp plan. First and foremost, who loves free product? We all do. Smart Ship here at Super Patch is what we like to refer to as the rent. In order to have a business, you have to have product. And in order to have product, why not get rewarded for being on Smart Ship? So we encourage everybody as soon as you join to go ahead and put 2 packs of patches on Smart Ship to be commission qualified. So when you do this as an associate and you help 2 other associates get on SmartShip and have 2 packs of patches, which is $90 worth of product, you earn 2 free packs of patches every single month, which you can either retail and have your SmartShip covered, or utilize that to build your business by doing more balanced strength and stability tests with those 2 free packs of patches. It just makes sense. If you're going to be in business and you're going to have overhead, why not have overhead for free? The CapEx program, I think that there's some people on here that could absolutely wrap your mind around this and understand this and really get excited about this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because it is extremely in-depth and it is something that's never been done, and I can honestly say that, in the industry. How many of you have ever heard of the orphan tree or the global pool that only the upper echelons gets to take part in when it comes to the comp plan, right? All of the orphans that don't have associates or distributors to sign up with, they go to the corporate website. Corporate then divvies those out to the top people in the company. We have the CapEx program where it doesn't matter what rank you are in the business, you can buy tokens which represents customer volume that comes from traditional advertising that Jay Dollywall is doing every single day. I heard there's a couple of people here from New York. Right now, we have a 14-story billboard in Times Square that's running an ad every hour on the hour, 4 times an hour, for the next 365 days. You can only imagine what that cost. Why? Because whenever it comes to a brand, just like Procter and Gamble said, like Coca-Cola and McDonald's, they're a multi-billion-dollar industry, but yet they still have commercials running. So it brings the awareness to the front part of people's minds when they're thinking about food or what to drink. Jay said we need to become a household brand name, just like McDonald's and Coca-Cola. So he is investing millions and millions of dollars in traditional advertising, where we as associates, no matter what rank you are, as long as you are active with the Smart Ship and 2 packs of patches, you can purchase tokens that represent the volume that comes from customers going online to superpatch.com and purchasing products. We're going to have advertisements at the Super Bowl, advertisements at the FIFA World Cup, advertisements at the World Series. So when it goes across that screen, they can scan the QR code as customers, go and buy, and then we go in the back office, purchase the tokens that represents that volume. Not only do we make commissions off of that, that volume from those tokens goes into your organization for rank advancement. I don't think you caught that. Sally, I love that word and utilizing Sally's name because I can never forget it. Sally's been in your business. She shows up to every Zoom call. She goes to every event, but Sally has just never seen success. And you love Sally. She's the sweetest, but she has never been able just to sign up and get going. And you want it for her so bad. Now Sally can make a true residual part-time income by simply purchasing tokens in her back office and never having to sign up a single associate. Obviously, we want Sally to see success and to sign up associates and to have her team grow, but she could essentially create an entire part-time residual true mailbox money income without ever having to speak to any customers, just by taking part in this CapEx program. It's another revenue stream for us who understand this, just like stocks, if you will. Again, I could go into a bunch more detail, but this is cool. It is extremely cool. It's amazing for long-term growth and sustainability because we know in this industry, the number one issue of why network marketing companies fail is attrition. So now we have customers that are just buying the product. We never talk to, we never try to upsell them, we never try to upgrade them. They just love the patches. They buy it every single month, are from advertisements, and now we're making a true residual income. Just to give you an idea, I generate roughly $50,000 to $60,000 a month in revenue in my organization from this program alone. I invest $96 a month in the CapEx tokens. I buy 4, and it generates $60,000 to $70,000 a month in revenue to go towards me rank advancing in the company. Never heard of it. All right, here's the meat and potatoes. And the reason why I said everything about the Linktree link and the Boards app is because all of the slides that you're seeing right here tonight are on those links. So don't feel like you have to screenshot everything, or you will have direct access to all of this information. Compensation plan is so complicated that we had to put it on one piece of paper. That's how uncomplicated it is in order to to understand this comp plan. It is a one-page comp plan PDF. It is simple. It is a unilevel comp plan. What does that mean if you're not used to unilevel? It means from here on out, you will get paid on everything that happens in your organization. Period. Bottom line. Customers, distributors, whatever happens in your business, you will now make income off of for the lifetime of your business. Retail commissions. Anyone who goes to your URL website and purchases patches off of your website, you'll earn 25% commission retail. Associates, you're personally sponsored associates, you'll make up to 15% commission off of them. Here's the cool thing. I'll say that, and then I'll go into more depth detail here in a second. Say I personally sponsor Willie. You're my personally sponsored level 1. Okay. I know you're not necessarily going to build. You're going to be a great associate, and you're going to do something, just kind of here and there, maybe make $300-400 a month, whatever the case may be. Right. I still treat you the same, Willie. Mad respect. I'm making 15% commission off of you. But if I were to move you in my organization 4 levels deep, you're still my level 1. I'm still making 15% commission off of you despite moving you in my organization 4 levels deep. That's unheard of in the industry. If I moved you 4 levels deep, then you would reflect on my 5th level, and I would be paid out basically the 5th level worth of volume, whatever that percentage is, off of you. No, not here at Super Patch. I personally sponsored you. I move you 5 levels deep. You're still my level 1. I'm still making 15% off of you. Not only that, but if I move you, I also still retain personal sponsorship of you. That also doesn't happen in this industry. This is some crazy stuff that I'm about to say, so I hope that you catch this and understand this. With this compensation plan here at Super Patch, you do not have to personally sponsor associates in order for you to rank advance. What? Willie, you want your daughter to have a nice cushion, right, for long-term college fund, whatever the case may be. Just saying. Hypothetically, I could sign up, not me, you could sign up your daughter and build out an entire organization all the way to the top of the comp plan without her ever having to personally sponsor a single person. Did you catch that? Yeah. Yeah. So some of you are probably already writing down names of who you're going to be sponsoring and what you're going to be doing and the legs that you're building. You only need 3 legs to get to the top of the comp plan. Once you hit MVP, National Vice President, which is $800,000 in volume, which the volume here is $1 for dollar. $1 for dollar. Customer volume, associate volume is all generated for your rank advancement here at Super Patch. $1 for dollar. MVP, 3 legs to get to $800,000 in volume to get to that top rank, and then President and then global president are the other two top tier ranks here at Super Patch. We also have fast starts. We all love fast starts. So let's talk about those. There's the retail commissions for people that are visual, 25%. Dollar for dollar, $1 equals one volume point. Powerful. I'll talk about when the weekly commissions are paid out, when retail commissions are paid out weekly, and a little bit more information about that. So, fast start bonuses. Come in as an associate on a qualified launch kit. You personally sponsor 3 associates on a qualified launch kit. You earn a $200 hat trick bonus. You have 30 days to do this, but because you guys are all pros, we're going to give you 48 hours. Not really, you have longer, but from experience, you guys are like, oh, 3, that's cute, right? Nina says that. I pick up on that. Oh, that's cute, right? That took me like 30 minutes to do that. Then you help your 3 get their 3. You see a pattern here? And then you earn a $400 all-star bonus. So a total of $600 for getting 3, helping your 3 get their 3. But wait, Bob, there's more. We have a driver bonus. And this is pretty much unlimited. What do you mean? This is not a one-time bonus. This is something that you can do every single month. It doesn't matter if you're a new associate, existing associate, you can earn a $200 driver bonus that compounds. So for those of you that are hustlers and pros, you're going to be signing up more than just 3 associates. So when you sign up 3 associates on a qualified launch kit, like Miss Nina put in the chat, of $549 or higher in a given month, then you're paid out a $200 bonus. Then if you do another 3, $400, $600, $800, $1,200, up to $2,000 just in driver bonuses for every 3 associates that you enroll on an eligible enrollment kit. Every month you can do this. Every month. The earning potential on this bonus is up to you. So just right there, that's $800 in fast start, essentially bonuses, with 3 people, help your 3 get their 3, and then when you do this, you're going to earn a $400 all-star bonus, a $200 hat trick bonus, and then a $200 driver bonus. But wait, Bob, there's even more. So when we're talking about the qualified launch kits, we pay you, I'm not corporate, Super Patch pays you, I'm used to saying that though, pays you an enroller bonus, 6% level 1, 11% level 2, depending on, 11% on level 1 if you're team leader and above. Level 2, 6% senior associate and above. What does that mean? Again, this chart is going to be for you guys to be able to print off and see. We broke it down. Numbers guy, show me the money. How much money am I going to get paid if I sign up Willie and 2 other people, Fast Feet over there, right? Jerry and Sean. If I sign up 3 guys on an Omni kit, which is a $9.99 pack, how much money am I going to make? Well, per kit, I'm going to make either $176 or $214 per kit. That has nothing to do with the fast start bonus, the driver bonus, any of that. Just by signing up 1 person on an Omni kit, that's how much money I'm going to make. So then you look at it. If I enroll 3 people on an Omni kit or the most popular kit, which is our Flex 40, the $12.99, I'm going to be making almost $1,500 in commissions just with signing 3 people up on my team. And break 2 ranks with 3 people on my team. Again, a lot of money up front. We all know what happens in this industry. When people come in and they start making money quickly, what happens? They stick around, right? They stick around because they see that it's doable, it's duplicatable. So retail commissions, like I talked about earlier, it is paid out every single week, 2 weeks prior. So for those of you who just got started last week and you already had customers go to your website and purchase, then the commissions will close out tonight at midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Everything we do from a back office standpoint is on Eastern Standard Time, just FYI. So when we close out month end, it is midnight Eastern Standard Time. Then it calculates next week, and then you're paid out the following week after that. It's always 2 weeks after you first get started when your first retail commissions gets paid out. Monthly commissions are paid out on the 23rd of every single month for the month previous. So everything that we do in October will be paid out by November 23rd. That is our bonuses, team pay, etc. And then last but not least, how do we get paid out? We're paid out through Hyperwallet. Most of you are probably familiar with that. They're a subsidy of PayPal. So once you generate at least $40 in commissions, which you should already have, because if you're on the Zooms, you should have already signed up and signed up at least one person while I'm talking. Just kidding. But $40 in commissions, you will get an email that triggers notifications that you've been paid out, and then you'll set up your account. You can do a digital card, a physical card, or set up a bank account, whatever the case may be. And I will tell you, I think everyone that's on here is in the States. We do not receive 1099s from Super Patch Corporate. Super Patch Corporate is based out of Toronto, Canada, which they are on T4 forms is what they're based out of in Canada. We are not sent out 1099. So our income and what we claim is completely up to you to report to your CPAs or whoever you use or whatever you choose to do. Amen. Ranks and strategic placement. All right. So your commissions, qualifications, and ranks, the flush every single month. That's not uncommon. Okay. Ranks and re-ranking. Here's the cool thing. When you're first running for a rank, I want to give an example of 11,000 in volume. Okay, when you're first running for a rank, 11,000 in volume, the 60-40 rule is not in place. Most network marketing companies comp plan, you have to have a 60-40 balance in order for it to not come from more than one leg, right? For you to hit that rank. When you first go for that rank, 11,000 volume as director, that is null and void. It does not apply. When you re-rank the following month, however, the 60-40 rule is in place. So it's just a smart game plan to be structured from the jump, concentrating on 3 who get 3, building it out because 3 legs, you get to the top of the comp plan. The number 3, it's a great number. Okay, so ranking versus re-ranking. Structure. For the structure requirements for ranks, each required associate must be in a separate leg. They do not have to be personally sponsored or on your front line. So if you need a director and a team leader to rank advance, it could be 5 levels deep in your organization. If it's on a separate leg and in different legs, that counts for your rank advancement. That is nuts. Blows my mind. And then here's a really cool part. We have a monthly holding tank. All the associates that you enroll go into a holding tank, and you have until the end of the month to strategically place them, which is cool because then you can leverage your holding tank and run contests with everybody on your team. You go out and do this, and this. I'll give you this, so forth and so on. But if you do not move them, then they expire to your front line, which is great. That's fine. And I will say this. Don't touch them and don't move them without talking to your upline to make sure that you are structuring your organization out correctly with the help of your upline. Why? Because once you move them, it cannot be undone. It can be, I mean, really, I'm sure you're a wonderful guy, but I can't get a phone call from you and say, hey, I mean, I messed up big time. There's a big heavy hitter, and I accidentally placed him 5 levels deep, man. Can you do me this one? I'm like, no, I can't. I wished I could. I used to. But you know how that saying goes, one bad apple ruins it for everyone? Yes. One bad apple ruined it for everyone. You know, when they're moving entire organizations away from people, and then they're, calling corporate freaking out because they went from a $10,000 paycheck to a $200 paycheck. Not cool. But wait, Bob, there's more. We're going to wrap this up. This month, the reason why everybody's so fired up is because the structure that you need to run for the first 4 ranks in the company are gone. All you need is volume. What? Yes. In the month of October until the end of the month, those structure requirements of a team leader, a senior associate, or directors of what you need to hit those set ranks are gone. All you need is volume. And I know that might be a lot to process. It's cool. Get with us. We'll break it down for you. I promise you. And I already talked about the holding tank, and that's weird. That one was randomly in there. It is $1 enrollment. It's $1 to join the company right now until the end of the month. $1 enrollment. Normally, the membership is $40. Then your renewal every year after is $25, just like your Sam's Costco membership to be an associate, to have your back office operating system. We do have dynamic compression, but if somebody's not active and everything compresses up, like most compensation plans, I'm trying to think what else is really cool. Oh, customers. Anybody like retail? I mean, retail commissions is 25%. Who wouldn't like customers? This is going to blow your mind. We got a customer referral program. When your customers sign up, they get emailed a referral link. Okay. They don't want to build the business, but they're naturally going to share their experience with other people when the patches are working for them. Yes or yes? Yes. So then they have a referral link. If they refer people to take a look at Super Patch and they go to their referral link and they buy, that customer gets a $30 product credit sent to them for them to be able to purchase products with. This is also extremely powerful when communicated to your retail people on your team, your retail hustlers. This is massive for them. Massive. Okay. I need to remember to talk about that. So, like Nina said, we have 13 patches. We have 4 more coming out. Know anybody that has issues with blood pressure and cholesterol? Got a patch for that coming. Anybody who has issues with vaccine injuries?
Mm-hmm.
We have a patch for that. Anybody has issues and needs help with stem cell regeneration? Massive coming out. And then the last one is stem cell regeneration, vaccine injury, blood pressure and cholesterol, and diabetes. I said it, diabetics, A1C. That's all I can say. But if there's people that are having those ailments, we have a patch for that coming up. And that is to be launched in Vegas in February. So now all of you better get your keisters to Vegas, because I run promos all the time and contests for our team to win tickets to Vegas. And so we need you guys in Vegas. We need to take over Vegas is what we need. We need to be the biggest team there. So we took it a step further. Again, this is just how to build your business. You guys are going to implement your own systems because you know what works for you, for your following, for your people. But we have a simple step tracking system: sample, track, experience, present. Don't want to spend a lot of time on this because, of course, it's about the comp plan. But we even have the tracking prospect tracker sheet done for you to print off all of this and have a little binder ready to rock and roll. We even went a step further, and we have, if you sign up this person on this kit and help them get their 3 down to the penny of what you're going to make, depending on what you sign your associates up on. We have it all drawn out. The math is mathing. So whenever you have somebody that joins you and say, okay, how much money do you want to make this month? They say, okay, I want to make $2,500 this month. My first month, cool. Here's your roadmap. This is what I need you to do. You need to sign up 33 people on this kit and help them get their 3, and you're going to make $2,800 your first month. It's done. It's already done for you guys. This is why coming in and having stuff like this done makes it so much easier for you guys not to worry about all the systematic stuff and just plug in, plug and play. All the kits. It's done for every single kit. And again, you can print this off, and it has a breakdown of everything that comes in those kits as well. So you can have a little roadmap session with your person as soon as they get started. Again, here's the promos: $1 membership in October, $1 to join. If you come, not if, when you come in on the $12.99 Flex 40 pack, because it is the most important and most sought after pack. Why? Because you're able to pick all 40 packs of patches that you want. And then once you get your 3 people signed up, you're going to make an additional $500 bonus on top of that. So again, we did it for you. Broke down how much money am I going to make? I got $12.99 in volume. And this is crazy. That $12.99 pack is also $12.99 in BV, volume, and qualification volume. Excuse me. You sign up 3 people, you're already team leader. You're making $1,585 just with 3 associates on that Flex 40 pack. You get to pick all 40 months supply of patches, enough for you, for your family, and to sample out to other people, and not including retail sales of you just retailing or sampling out the patches as well. Lots of money. It's $3,000 worth of retail product that you get for $12.99. And you sign up 3 people, you make $1,585. So that's all I've got. What we can do, Nina, real quick, if you want, is stop recording, and then you guys can